House of Cards, Gemini, January 2018. If you would like a more personal read, you can send me an email at lovemapsforyou@gmail.com. It looks like Gemini, some of you are coming out of sort of a dull patch in the relationship. For some of you, you've entered it. So you're in this committed relationship, but you're really not feeling it anymore. You're kind of just going through the physical motions with the Queen of Pentacles there. There's been a sort of awakening in you. A desire to be more adventurous. And feeling like this friendship or this relationship is sort of holding you back from taking that leap. When ultimately it's up to you whether you stay or go. There's sort of this victim role, it feels like. I don't want to invest too much emotionally anymore with the Queen of Wands in the reversal because it's just hasn't proved to be all it can be or what I wanted. And I'm feeling financially strained. I'm also expressing myself about that, it looks like, or someone's expressing themselves about that. Communicating that. They're holding out that this other partner will blossom financially. Sounds kind of shallow. Unless this is a relationship where it's a live-in situation and perhaps this person has sort of been like dead weight financially. Because they've just refused. Maybe a Leo sort of refusing to give up the current lifestyle or plans that they have made. For some of you, it looks like you're involved with a Leo and they're ready to make a change. They haven't yet given that sacrifice in order to initiate that change inside of themselves and the relationship. But there's plans to do that with the Three of Cups. For some of you, the plans are one of you would like to get more involved sexually, and the other is sort of dwindling out. One of you feels like it's almost as if you're trying to stop this next page from turning. Is somebody waiting for an offer from a lover or a potential lover? Again, a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. And it's just not coming. But even though it hasn't come, there isn't a lot of feeling like you're not content. Some of you are juggling work and a love affair. And for the first time in the life, you're not feeling overwhelmed about that. It's working for you. It's almost as if your relationship is your job. Maybe the two of you invested in a business together. And it's really causing that Two of Cups to come to light of how well you communicate and work together. Forthcoming influence. There's going to be a summing up, a closing of a matter. Perhaps with a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. It looks like, in terms of investment, some of you Geminis are going to have to spend some money to make money. And you're feeling okay about that with the Sun card. You're feeling as if that makes sense and has a valid payoff, whether that be financially or emotionally. For some of you, a relationship deepening is sort of on hiatus. You're not as fearful about it, and the imagination isn't going wild. But that being said, it's sort of on hiatus. Maybe there's a past issue, yes, that needs to be overcome. A healing, a proper healing, rather than I'm sorry too. I still have all this leftover residual angst and anger or upset, but we're just going to pretend to move along here. We're not really going to try and repair the foundation here. And some of you, as much as you would like to do that, you're unable to. And there is a lot of water flying around. Almost waves of fire, waves of energy. And when this is going to really come together between the two of you, you're up at night about something. There's a sacrifice surrounding that with this relationship. Feeling lonely at night. Someone's feeling, the two independent self cards. And instead of feeling that loneliness, this person wishes they could really offer something or extend something to a potential lover. And with the 10 of coins, they are serious. They're ready for a commitment, or they believe they are. And as ready as they are, they're still drawing that 8 of swords. Probably not, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It can be scary. The 8 of swords could be a sign that even though they're emotionally and mentally ready, spiritually ready, there's some fear there. Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo coming to maturity. Wanting to close that gap in the relationship that sometimes manifests from the 3 of swords. And coming together spiritually and really, truly evenly yoked with the Hierophant. A relationship where spirituality, your higher power, is equally important to both of you. And so that decision about what kind of person we want to be with and what we want to be important to that person, our significant other, that's becoming clearer. So it feels like Gemini is determining what Gemini really wants, what they feel. Whereas before they were unsure or they thought that they knew. They're no longer mulling over whether to take up these feelings for this person. They're no longer taking a step back, hiding in the background, because they're feeling the Fool card. They are feeling Gemini, or Gemini is feeling somebody. And they're feeling okay about feeling those strong feelings. Jupiter, ending chapters and writing new ones. Expansion. Also warning against taking things too far. Trying to derive our own spiritual growth. Taking up relationships out of desire rather than because it felt right all the way around the board, spiritually, mentally, physically. Warning against that. I am united with the source of all goodness, love, and creativity. So is Gemini, some of you having some more prevalent creative energy uprushes, new projects, new art projects for some Geminis. And feeling like the inspiration for that is coming from the higher power, the spirituality. Service. I offer the best of my talents and goodwill, making the place in the world, in the universe, a better one. Coming into contact with our own personal gifts and talents. And getting in touch with the artistic side of Gemini. Mercy. Divine mercy gives me the grace to be tender and accepting. So for some of you coming out of that dull period in a relationship or getting past that past issue is really calling for you to show mercy and forgiveness. Eternal love. As I let love in, it stays in the soul forever. Suggesting that we can't have any healing unless we're willing to heal, willing to forgive, and willing to love again. Thank you for joining me on House of Cards, Gem. If you would like a more personal read, send over an email to lovemapsforyou@gmail.com. That's lovemaps, the number 4, and the letter U. Thanks, guys.